Hello. Oh my goodness. I swear to God, I cannot get my act together to just be ready when it's time to start these. There's always just like some last minute thing I'm remembering and running back to get, or God only knows, or some technology issue that I can't handle. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday's live lunch chat. Coming to you from my office today because there's just too many people out in the store, and I don't want to try to do this whole thing with my mask on. Better just have the door closed and a wall between us, and then I can just talk to you guys and not feel. I feel like even if I know you can hear me, like I have to kind of yell and enunciate really well if I'm wearing a mask while I do this video. So happy Friday, everybody. Hi, Jen. Good to see you. I once again forgot to bring the thing I wanted to show you and talk about. I'll talk about it still, but it would be a lot more educational if I could show it to you. But whatever, it's at home. I'm not at home. That's just the facts of the video today. Sarah forgot. Hi, Patty. Thank you about the dress. Oh, Sarah. Oh, I'm sorry. It sounds like you've had a week. I'm very sorry to hear that. That could mean so many things right now in 2020. I mean, it really could mean bad things. There's nothing off the table in 2020. So I hope that things are going to be on the up improving side now. Hi, Miss Julia. Hi, Beth. Hello, Lori, Mary, Diane, Kim. Um, yes, Mary Sherwood. It is good that there's people out in the store. Absolutely. That yay, amen. Kim is gonna be in the mid 80s, mid to high 80s again today. So my accessory is my necklace. Hi, Margot. Kim asked what my accessory is for my dress. I'm on day 5 of the 100-day dress challenge. You can follow along the progress of that on my Instagram. I'm posting those daily to my stories, and then I'm making a little highlight reel that's just for the dress challenge. So if you want to go back and look at past, I'm sure it's going to get a lot more interesting once the weather gets cooler. Because right now I'm like 85 and 100%. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and go with no accessories today. I did peek at the forecast, and next Saturday, so like 8 days away, we are slated for some cooler, rainy weather. So that's when the snow, that's when the fun knits are gonna start coming out, or at the very least, a commercial silk scarf or something. So yes. Hi, Heidi. I know, Kim. I know we're enablers. I think that we're up to 12 people now, might be 15 people buying this dress because we've been talking about it and because the whole staff here is doing it. If you didn't see, I posted on, oh no, I posted it in my stories. I'm gonna post it here because I forgot to post it to our main page of the picture we got on Wednesday of the whole staff in their respective dresses. They finally all arrived and we got started. So, um, anyways, it's fun. It is definitely a load off to not have to think about what you're going to wear every day. I have not washed this yet. I'm on day 5. I think probably what I'll do is over the weekend, I'll give it a quick wash and hang it up. So, but yeah, it's so comfortable. It's so easy to wear. I'm sorry if I'm an enabler, Kim. Hello, Gail and Martha. Um, okay, so let's see. In shop news, I wanted to just let you know, of course, it's Friday and Kara's here, which means we got a couple of Cardi bags that you need to see. Um, so I'll just show you those really quick. This is we got one tote, one caddy, and it is the adorable tattoo-like fabric. It says knitting takes balls, born to knit. It is absolutely adorable. It's got a black lining. I love this one. I love this one. So that's on the website. This is the Caddy by Cardi Bell. And then we got some of those really cute coloring book project pouches that she does so well. So just as a reminder, these pouches are things where she cuts out all of this motif out of fabric and stitches it all on her little knitters, we call them. So we have this little gray kitty. These are all on the website. Isn't that adorable? And they have little bits of matching fabric in the top. Just a muslin drawstring project pouch. So the gray kitty with the glasses. I love this one. This one is, I call this the dancer. isn't just they're just so this is so beautiful and whimsical and carefree. She's just dancing, throwing her yarn balls everywhere. I love this one. Little top fabric there. This one I call big balls. That's right. That's right, folks. Look at that girl and her little yellow kitty, and she's got her giant ball of yarn and her giant needles, and she's blissful. Isn't this adorable? Okay. And last one, I love this one too. It's just so sweet. We've got the little red dress with the gray cat. Little cat's got a little bandana around his neck. So, so cute. So, those are the 5 new Cardi Bell things that we just got dropped off by Miss Kara. And then I made her turn her project over to me to show you guys because it's so cool. So, do you remember me talking about how we got those shit, those I-cord makers? Where did I just put my mask? Here it is. The little prim knitting mills that clamp onto your table and crank out I-cord. And I was talking about them because they're brand new. We just got them in because we use them to make these mask mates, these little stretches of I-cord that we attach to our mask so that you can wear it and hang it like really easily, readily accessible around your neck. So Kara got one of those and then she went home and she started cranking out I-cord with leftover yarns. It looks like it's mostly cotton, so, like, here's a little bit of I-cord that she's made, right? She's knitting the I-cord into a rug. Isn't this cool? She's just doing garter stitch. She's cast it on for as long as she wants the rug, and she's just changing whenever she needs to. And it's like, it's dense, but it's like squishy. Like when you stand on it, it feels amazing. Hi, Kim. It's heavy. It's going to be really heavy because it's like it's a lot of yarn, but it's also mostly so far what she's used I can see are cotton blends because it's a little shiny and but there's some wool in here too. So she's clearly going to just hand wash this puppy when needed, but beautiful. I thought you guys would want to see that because it's a fun, crazy thing to do with all of this I-cord. Um by the by, when I took that little I-cord machine home, um, oh, let's see, Mary the Cardi Bells. I can get you to a link to that. It's on there. Cardi Bell. Oh, I gotta spell it right though. Cardi Bell. The project pouches. Is that what you were looking for, Mary? I'm gonna put that link in first. Project pouch link coming right up. There's the project pouch link. And if anyone wants the link to that one caddy, the tattoo fabric that is so freaking cute, I'm gonna pop that link in right here too. And here is the link to the caddy. Oh, Heidi is racing me to put the links in, man. Good job, Heidi. You win. You totally win. So, oh, the I-cord. Something I figured out. If you bought one of those Prim knitting mills and you're making these mask mates, don't just stop when you get the length that you need for this thing. Crank out feet of that stuff. I was using tiny little leftover balls of fingering, like this big, and I could crank out easily, about 8 feet. And then, well, maybe 6 feet, 6 feet, because it was just over my height. And so then I was just cutting them and I would just unpick a little bit of the cut stitches until I had enough of an end to weave in and finishing them off much faster than individually cranking out, 10 inches or so and then weaving the ends and finishing it. Just crank that stuff out till you've used up that whole ball of leftover. And voila, I made probably like 40 or 50 of these little guys. I put them out for sale in the shop for people. So really, really handy. If you don't have one of those little Prim I-cord makers, those are on our website as well. Maybe I should put a link for that. Maybe I should prepare at some point and have these links ready to go before I start the video. I don't know. I mean, that's asking an awful lot, don't you think? So yeah. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to tell you guys about is we got our fall yarn tasting posted for registration on the website. And I'm excited because I switched it up a little bit. If you participated in the spring, be sure and check your email because I sent a coupon code for returning spring tasters to get $10 off. I just posted a link to the yarn tasting, but what I did that's different this time, in the past, we've done little samples of about 6 yards that looked kind of like this. They would be on a manila tag, and we would wrap out the right amount for each yarn so that you could do just a little bit of swatching. But because everyone's so interested in the ladder swatches that I talked about in my class at Knit Camp, which I'm going to talk about in the yarn tasting, I decided we're going to do bigger samples this time. So we're going to do like a basically like a zero point 0.6 ounce sample ball. It's like this size. And in fact, oh God, there's none within reach. They're like right over here, but that's too far for me to reach. Anyways, they're the sample balls that we get from Barocco when we are ordering for the season that I used to make the ladder swatches in the store. So they will be enough for you to do like a good size, narrow little swatch where you can try 3 to 4 different needle sizes and really get to know that yarn. So that's why the price is a little higher this time. I've upped the size of the samples because I want to make sure everybody has enough yarn to really truly swatch with and really get acquainted with each yarn. So it's 15 yarns and a couple extra little special things. And so this is a class that's going to take place in our virtual classroom on the Thinkific platform. You'll get the links to all of that. It'll be a series of videos by me where I talk about how to approach the yarn tasting. I talk about the ladder swatches, etc. And then their videos are grouped by weight. So I'll talk about the fingering yarns and then the sport yarns, etc., and move on through. And so you can do all of this at your leisure. The course materials will be available on the 19th, but that doesn't mean you have to start on the 19th. You basically have access if you sign up through the end of the year. And so you can go back, you can rewatch stuff, you can revisit things as you take your time to get to know each of the yarns that's included. So these are our 15 newest yarns. So some of them you might have seen before because they might be new to us, but not new to the world. And then some of them are actual just brand new yarns, new to the world and everything. So it's a great way to get your hands on a variety of fibers and weights, etc. And like I said in my class with Marie, the more you know, the more tools in your quiver for get choosing projects with the knowledge and experience, choosing yarn for projects, excuse me, with the knowledge and experience that you need to make the right choice of what yarn to use. So let's see, I've got a link for, oh, I put the, did I link? Yep, the link for the fall yarn tasting is in the comments here. And the space is limited because some of those samples did come from Barocco, and we have a limited quantity of those. So if you think you're interested, don't delay. We will ship out the yarn tasting packages the week of the 12th of October, and then the course will go live on the 19th. So oh, and another important thing to add is that at the end of your course, you do get a coupon that's good for 20% off one purchase of any of those yarns in the fall in the tasting. So any of the yarns that we talk about, you can make an order and get 20% off on those. So that's the other big news for today. So let me talk about, oh, Adam, you lurker. You can't shame me. Um, Adam, I still have theater nightmares that we're gonna go do Taming of the Shrew, and I can't remember any of the lines. Um, the lurker here who's shaming me for being unprepared is a former theater classmate of mine at Oregon State. So okay, the thing I was going to talk about today that I forgot to bring and show you is my Sarah cardigan. That's the fisherman's rib in the gold eco cashmere. And I finished the body on that, and I was super excited to get to move on to the sleeves, bust this thing out, and I realized I had fundamentally misread a very important instruction regarding short row shaping that affects the front bands, and it's bad. It's possibly rip it out to the armhole bad. So I was going to show it to you guys so you could see what I did wrong and I could explain it, but basically there's a front band that's knit simultaneously with the rest of it, and that's in a rib. And the rest of it's in a half fisherman's rib, which is kind of like a brioche texture, squishy, ribby. The brioche stuff is much more compact than the regular ribbing of the front bands. And so the instructions say to do short rows periodically so that you can help maintain those two different row gauges and keep them even. So you don't end up with either a front band that bunches and pulls in or is too long. I read that backwards and I basically exacerbated the problem that it's trying to counteract. I made it worse. So now that I'm done, my front bands like bow and want to kind of like curve, and then they pop out at the bottom, all weird, all weird, and I am beyond irritated. Now, those of you that have knitted with me or had me help you with their knitting, you guys know I'm not a ripper. I think there is a lot of opportunity to fix things and make things work without ripping them out. But this one, it might be a ripping situation. And if it is, it's going to be like 2 solid weeks of knitting because that fisherman's half fisherman's rib is not a fast knit. So I'm agonizing over it a little bit. I went ahead and started the sleeve because if I rip it out, it's going to be to just after the armhole, and so the sleeve will be untouched either way. I might try to block it and see if I can fake it through blocking. That's what Campbell, my daughter, advised to do. She said, just block it, it'll work. I don't know. You guys will probably get the report Tuesday. I'll have decided by then. Maybe I'll block it this weekend and see. Yeah, I don't know. It's really aggravating. It's really aggravating. So that's my sad sob story. It's nothing. It's first world problems to be sure. Oh no, I get to knit some more, right? Um, just really frustrating when, yeah. I like to pride myself on paying attention and reading things accurately. And clearly I read hubris, right? This is a lesson in hubris. I read it and I was like, I know what this says. I know how to do this. And then I did the opposite of what it was asking me to do. So, yep, that's a good lesson for Miss Sarah. Um, that is all I have today. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Martha, you like to frog stuff? I'm sorry, I just got sidetracked. Martha says I'm all about the frog. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. You know what? I think it boils down to laziness. I'm too lazy to frog it and start over. So I'm gonna do everything in my power to find a way to make it work. We'll see. I know Campbell's smart, isn't she? We'll make her a knitter yet. Yeah. Um, okay. I'm gonna take off. As you can see, my office is still intact. For those, if you saw Tuesday's video, then you know I was talking about how we're gonna rip it out and redo it. That is still my plan. I think I'm gonna come in Sunday. We're open tomorrow. And the problem is everything needs to come out. And if the shop's open, I don't want to make this giant, giant mess out on the floor. So I think Sunday morning, I'm going to come in, start pulling everything out, making some tidy piles. We'll see. We'll see what I have to say Tuesday. Yeah, Kim, that's humbling for sure. All right, you guys, have a great weekend. Thanks for popping in to spend a little bit of time with me. And I will see you all Tuesday.